Okay, so we're ready to take this bumper off now. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take this tailgate off and get it out of the way. And it's got two straps on each side. And you just pick it up in one corner and slide it out. Set it to the side. Okay, next up we need to get the spare tire out of here. And it's on a winch. And you look right here, you got a little lock cylinder right there. Take your key, your ignition key, stick it in there and turn it. And pull that out. And now you can put the spare tire toolkit, the rod that goes through there, to your winch. So this is our toolkit here that comes with the trucks, if you still have it with your truck. You got these rods in here. And what you do is you're going to put them together. I think that's the one that goes all the way in. And they just snap together. The good ones do. This is a junky kit. This one has seen better days. Yeah, it's not going to go together good. But it'll be good enough. And you just slide it right in that hole there. And you're going to fish it through till you get it into that winch. Okay, now once you get your rods into the winch, there's supposed to be a handle on here that you turn this with, but I lost that many moons ago. So I'll just take a pair of vice grips and stick it on there. And then we'll just start turning it counterclockwise like that. And then the tire will come down. You want to give yourself extra slack to get it out from underneath the tire there, like that, and get it out. So it's in there like that, and then you got to tilt it at an angle like that, and when you get it like that, it'll come out like that. All right. Now we'll slide that out of the way. This is up under the truck. This is the winch. And this is what you're shooting for when you're putting your bars through there. You're trying to hit that. There's a square drive right there. And that's what you're trying to hit with your bars. So once you get it on there, then you can winch it down. Now we're going to remove this trailer connector right here. It's got like a brake controller inside the truck. And this is about to rust off anyway. We're going to replace this when we're done. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. There we go. And then next we need to get the lights, the license plate lights, disconnected, and we'll just turn the sockets counterclockwise and pop that one out. And then there's another one. Let's see, let me put some light on it here. Right there. Get that one out. Just counterclockwise, pops it right out. Then we'll just unclip these wire harness clips and get that out of the way. And you just push these together. Let's see, where are we at here? Right there. Just push those together with your fingers. It'll pop in. And we got one more right here hiding. Right there. There we go. We just fold all this down out of the way as best we can. Okay. Now we got two bolts. These are mounting bolts on the bumper here that we got to get out. And these look pretty rusty. So we're going to shoot them with some loosey-goosey. Let that soak for a minute. And it's going to be an 18mm socket and an 18mm wrench on one side. I think. Yep. So we'll just take us a socket here. I got a wobble on it. Stick it right in there on it like that. There. Okay, let me move you out of the way here. It's going to be hard for you to see this. It's a tight spot. Right up in there. There we go. Take us an impact. Now that we got it broke loose, put a wrench on the other side. See if we can get it off. There we go. Alright, hang on to that because we're going to need it again. And we got to go up here and get this one on top. That one right up in there. I'm going to save these nuts and bolts because we're going to need them to put the other side back on. Okay, there's the other two bolts on the passenger side. We'll go ahead and spritz them. Yeah, that felt good. All right, And we'll just do the same thing like we did on the other side. There we go. One more right there. Oh yeah. Just a little side tip. Every time you get ready to take a bolt off, your phone's gonna ring. It always happens. We're going to let that ring because this one's hard to get to. I'll get it in a minute. Ow. What you don't want to do is strip these out, because if you strip these suckers out, it'll be hell to get that out. There we go. Got her. Alright, we'll save that nut for later. Now that all 8 bolts have been removed, the bumper should just come right off. Just like that. Okay, now we'll look at the differences between the two bumpers. And it looks like the truck bracket and the Denali bracket are different. So we're going to have to change these brackets out. Right there. Yep. That's a Denali bracket right there. It's got like a pad on it. And this one does not on the truck. So we're going to change these brackets out. Okay, so the measurements look good. I think it's going to work. We just got to swap these brackets out. So I'm going to take the ones off the Denali first. And go ahead and get them lubed up here and let them soak for a minute. This is like a carriage bolt. It's got a head inside of it. And once that little square head sticks its head up in there, it wants to spin. So you got to keep pressure on it on the bottom to keep it where it won't spin while you take the nut off. That's just awesome. See that right there? Just like a carriage bolt. Junk. Right there. That's junk. But we might have to reuse it, so we'll keep it. Honestly, it might almost be easier just to cut these off. Because it's got to sit, I mean, just so. Yeah, I think I might just cut that one off. I'm going to have to cut it anyway up here because these are rivets up on top right here. Flip this over where you can see it. Yeah. Right here, you got 2 rivets right here, and then there's another one of them carriage bolts right there. I'll just cut them off and cut that one off while I'm there and take it off. That's what we're going to do right there. Alright, so we got us some eye protection on. Got us a death wheel here. We're going to just go ahead and zip these off. There we go. Now we got to get that one right there. Ta-da! That's probably pretty hot. So is that. Alright, got that one off. Okay, now we're back over here at the truck bracket, and these are the ones we're going to use. So we'll see how easy these come off. Hopefully we don't have to destroy these. I hope. And there you go. That one is ready to go. Right back, right there. That's how that's going to go. So we got the bumper bracket swapped out, and it is now on the truck. And that looks pretty good. That's just the bottom piece. We still got to put on this piece and this piece and those 2 pieces. But just for loose fit up, this is going to be just right, I think. It's a little bit narrower than the one that came off, but I think when we put the covers on the outside, like right over here, I think that's going to be a little bit wider out and it won't be as far in. But I mean, eventually I'm going to paint the truck black anyway, so it's not going to matter. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that came out. I think we just bolt that right up. And yeah, that's going to be good. So the bumper is all tightened down now. That's going to be its final position. And so next up is to reinstall the license plate lights. And I got those in there. And then after that, we'll put the cover that we painted back on. And just slide that into place like that. So now we got our cover on. And then we got to put these two top step pads on. And let's see how these go on here. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have a fit problem here, an interference fit here. Right here it's hitting. So that's going to have to get trimmed because I've still got quite a ways to go here. That's got to go back. And then this is already hitting right here. So I'm going to have to knock this out right here in order to make that fit. Okay. So I wonder if I just take it straight across, if that would be the best thing to do. Yeah, see that? Maybe I'll just take a little bit at a time off. I'll just take a slice right here first and see how it goes, and then if I need to, I can take another slice till I get it to where this is sitting proper. And here it is. So the Denali bumper can be done. It's on there. And it looks pretty good too. I didn't snap in the bottom piece yet because I've still got to paint it and finish the body work on it. But yeah, that right there, that was where that hole was. And that other bad spot, and you can barely tell that's even there now. That turned out good. When I get finished paint on that and snap it in for good, that's gonna be really nice. And then when we get it all situated, we're gonna put these up underneath there. It's gonna be cut out, so these are gonna be kind of up here more. Like that. There's going to be one there and then one over there, and they're going to be cut up in there, so that'll look really good. So yeah, I'm really excited about how this turned out. It looks really good. I'm really happy with it. So now I've got it all finished up, and bodywork's done, the paint's done, and it came out really nice. Yeah, that looks really good. Even where I made the repairs here, you can't even hardly tell. I mean, you can't even barely tell that. It looks good. That looks like a $1,000 bumper now. Looks a lot better. We got the bumper back on. We got to figure out where we're going to cut these notches out so that these tips will ride up in there. So go ahead and look under the truck here. And I've already got the exhaust turned out right here. And so what we're going to need to do is figure out a path for them to go all the way back out here on that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have to stay to the outside of the spare tire here, and we don't want it to touch the spare tire. So that's going to bring us right here below this, that's the receiver hitch mount. So we're going to come, I think we're going to come right out through here and go right through there with it. I think that's going to be the best course of action. Then we'll be able to put a hanger up here to hang it. and support everything. So I figured out that my pipe is going to have to run on the outside edge of this to give me room for my tip up in there behind here. So I took a couple of measurements and I stuck this up in here, and I kind of measured how much clearance I was going to need to fit that, and basically found the center. I measured the outside here and the outside over here, and then took the center of it and then just put me a piece of tape to kind of mark it to kind of get me close. And then I measured from the center to the outside, and then again from the center to the outside, and I got like 4 1/4. So then I measured over from my center 4 1/4 and put a piece of tape, and then the other side 4 1/4 and then put a piece of tape. And then to figure out how high I needed to go, this is going to be kind of guesswork, trial and error. I can always remove more material, but I can't add it back. So I'm going to take small bites here, but when you look up in here, this is going to be hard to see. Now this is the inside lip going up inside. I took a small drill bit and I drilled a small hole right there because I wanted the pipes to come out below this. I need to have at least probably 1/2 inch of room here so that it don't rub on the metal. So the top of my pipe's going to come out here, and so I drilled a little hole right there. When you look on the outside here, you can see right there, there's my little hole right there. So I put my tape right above the hole. That's going to be my top line. And then I did the same thing over here on the other side. Looking at it from the back, I wanted to center up and kind of get the truck centered and look at it from right here, and that looks pretty close. I think I've got a tape line off a little bit right there in that bottom left corner. I'm going to have to move that a little bit to make it match up with the other side, but that is going to get me pretty close. That's where my cuts are going to be. Now what we'll do is take a paint pen and we're going to try to contour these edges. I don't want them to be square, like I want them to go around. So what we'll do here is we'll just mark. I'm going to kind of go in to the inside edge. And I'm going to go arc it to the top. Right there. And the same thing down here. I'm going to start to the inside. I'm going to arc it over. Like that. I'm going to arc this one the same way. And arc in it like that. So to kind of like be an oval and not really square, because I don't think that's going to look as good. We're going to start off with a jigsaw first and just kind of see how that works. And if it don't do good, we'll go to a death wheel or a cutoff wheel or something like that smooth. So we're just going to test the waters here, see how we're going. I got nothing behind here that I'm going to clip, so that's going to be okay. And there we go. That did pretty decent. I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit here. There's a spot right there I gotta get. Looks like I'm gonna have to come over a little bit further here. That's where it's going to be. I called around different shops, like 5 different shops, and nobody's doing exhaust work today. I mean, nothing. All these shops, either people ain't there, or they ain't working, or they're not working today. So I got pissed off, and I'm just going to weld this exhaust up and do it myself, because I don't, I'm not going to pay somebody to do a half-butt job and not even finish it when I can just do it myself and it'll be right. So I'm going to go ahead and weld this thing up myself. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, this 45 here, and then I'm going to put me a new piece in here because I've got a kit that's already got the bends in it and already. So I went ahead and got it mocked up kind of how I wanted. I cut it right there with a Sawzall, whacked it right there, and then this piece is scrap and it just slides right in there. And then this piece, this is part of a kit that I bought on internet for like, I bought it on the internet for like $100, and you get like different bends and stuff, and it's all mandrel bent, and it comes with these ends that are flared out so that it's a slip fit. That'll just slide right in there, and then you can just weld it up right there. And I just kind of got it mocked up the way that I want it. And I'll go ahead and tack it up and weld it up. And that'll be one side done.